All right, everybody, I'm back with another video on some jerks. We're going to start with power jerks today, or then we're going to go into split jerks. Power jerks, I think, are just so much easier to learn a little bit and get into. So, as I said, more beginnerish stuff, so we're not going to do anything crazy, but just a little bit of an outline on how we're doing jerks today. Let's get started. So, power jerks. Most important thing when we're doing a jerk, there's a couple aspects I want to explain first. There is the dip and drive, there is the front rack, and then there's the catch. So if anyone watched my earlier videos, I said one thing that's super important, especially for jerks in particular, but it's across the board for all of them, is that the legs get you in the bar up, arms get you under, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind the whole time. That's something I will drill into people a whole lot. When we understand that and we can execute that properly, it makes our lives a whole lot easier. So with a jerk, I like to have people just kind of practice with your hands up here a little bit. The biggest thing for the jerk, and this is almost similar for like the snatch and clean, right? The knees are the only thing that are really moving. So we're here. All we're going to do, I want you to do this, like we're diving into it. Bend here. That's it. That is like the dip and drive. Now, maybe more than that, but we don't want to lean forward. We don't want to lean backward. We want to go straight up and down. We want that bar to go straight over our head, okay? So here, here. Below the legs, the glutes, everything, you almost want to sit on the ankles. Here. Here. Now, let's just move into it. Grab a PVC pipe or something. You're gonna hold a bar here. Now it's still super important here that here. Now the trick here is gonna be, we're still playing with up and down, okay? We're gonna push the bar up till it gets over our head. We are then gonna push ourselves under it. Practice that transition there. Go real slow. That's going to be real tough. It's just a lot of mental gymnastics a little bit. So it really helps to get the bar right above the forehead. That's your stopping point, right? I like to divide these things up into two. So down here, everything goes up, pause, think about, okay, now I need to push under. Boom. Now we can go a little faster. Now let's pick the feet up and drop under and push under a little bit, right? Don't be afraid to also go down a little bit. You don't want to go all the way down, but a little bit here, right? Cool. Then position, speed, load. Bring it up to a normal bar, right? So over here, pretty much the same thing. Practice your dips if you need to, but it's just going to be here, above the head, there. And then try to move the feet. Try to make it fluid. There. Now, where you're going to probably hold the bar is going to be a little bit more likely about here. That's totally okay. Until we can get the mobility to put the bar on our shoulders, here is totally fine. We're going to settle with that for now. All right? We're going to go to the split jerk. I like to start hands up here. It's going to be the same way, but now we're moving our feet out. Now, a good way to figure out in the split jerk, so we're going to go which foot goes which way. If you just fall over, whatever it is, usually just pick a foot, really. It's going to be your dominant foot's going to go back. But if you do this, you fall over. They typically like to say like that foot's going to be your front foot, whatever it is. Doesn't really matter. We'll figure that out later, which one's better than the other. But for now, just pick a foot. Best way to go is just dominant foot goes back. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky too. So we're going to go here. I'm thinking about, we're still dividing up similar to the power jerk we just did. So all I want you to do here actually is keep the hands here. I want you to dip. Go up on your toes, and we're gonna step through this. First thing that has to happen, the back foot goes back. And not only does it go back, it's gonna go back and point in a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Point in a little bit. So we're here, and then this front foot's gonna go out a little bit. You don't have to move your hands, but that's what it should look like. So what we're looking for, and this is a little bit too much than you even need, but watch yourself. We just don't want this back foot like this. We do not want it this way. We want it just this way. I'm not as worried about where this one is. This way, whatever. I just want this back foot this way. This is going to be causing a lot of stress on that ankle. We want it twisted a little bit this way going in. So from the side, it'll look a little bit. So I have a good amount of knee flexion here. That knee is kind of going down. And we have this one, knees over the ankle. We don't want it here. We don't want it here. Here, just like this. Let this back foot bend. We just don't want it here, just there. Get comfortable here. This is where we want to be. Last little thing is we want to have a little bit wider of a stance too. We do not want to be narrow, walking on a tight wire, very unbalanced. We want to be a little bit here. Okay, just like that. And then we'll add a bar to it. It's gonna get a little tricky. Once you practice that a little bit, so working on that, here, there. Back foot's gotta go down first. Once he gets faster, it'll look a little bit more there, right? You're not even gonna notice it as you get faster, okay? So let's grab a PVC pipe. Okay, hold it just about here, right under the chin a little bit. And then we're gonna dip, bar goes overhead. And then what I like to think about is the arms are gonna lock out the same time this front foot steps. Okay, so if you watch that again, step, there, right? So go real slow with this to practice. Boom. Now when we go faster, a little more fluid. And then as we get up to the bar, this is where pushing under is going to make a whole lot more of a difference and much more substantial. So let's go real slow as we always do. Position, speed, load. We're here. Go up on your toes. There. Go a little bit faster. There. Then full speed. We always recover front foot first, then back foot. You will see people recover this way. Whatever it is. We do want to recover front foot first though. But just see that again. I'll go slow and then fast. Slow. A little bit faster. Right? Just like that. All right, that's some basics on split jerk. You might have to watch this video a few times, figure those things out step by step, but that is about it.